Start. So, dear students, we are facing a very difficult times nowadays. As you know, due to coronavirus, the world is affected. So many people have lost their lives. So, as we are facing the new difficulty, so on behalf of your institute, we are providing you the online classes, which I think will be most effective for you as you are reading in this in your home and stay home and stay safe. Stay home and stay safe, and you should maintain the social distance from each other. The government is doing instruction to all of us. We will obey this instruction and let us start the online classes, which will be effective for you, I think, and also on behalf of your institute, I wish you should be beneficial from these classes. So we will start a new topic, chemical kinetics. We will start a new topic, chemical kinetics. Already I have taken these classes, one classes. Also I am reminding you these things to you as first one pages. Already we are providing you the notes also as you are writing the notes. So you will take a rough khata and write whatever I am writing, because I am providing you the notes and I will do some 1-2 extra problems in this online classes also, and I will explain you all the things. I will try my level best how to explain you in an easy manner so that it will be effective. So let us start chemical kinetics. Chemical kinetics is the branch of physical chemistry which deals with the study of rate of reactions as well as the factors influencing the rate of reactions and the mechanism upon which the reaction is based upon. So, chemical kinetics is the branch of physical chemistry which deals with the study of rate of reaction. First thing, rate of reaction. Second is the factors influencing the rate of reaction. Third is the mechanism of this mechanism of the reaction. Third is the mechanism of the reaction which is based. Third is the mechanism upon which the reaction is based on. So let us start. Mechanism upon which the reaction is based on. One thing, first is rate of reaction, second is the factors influencing the rate of reaction, third is the mechanism upon which the reaction is based on. Three things we have to discuss. What is rate of reaction? Second is what are the factors influencing the rate of reaction? Third is the mechanism upon which the reaction is based on. We will discuss these three things in your classroom, and I am providing the notes. It is not needed to write because already you have write the notes which is provided to you from your college. I am given the notes. So before discussing rate of reaction, I want to mention one thing: how fast a reactant, suppose A is reactant B is product. A is reactant, B is product. How fast a reactant can be converted to product? Basing upon this, the reactions are classified generally three types. What are these? Basing upon this, the reactions are classified three types. What are these? I am giving you how fast a reactant can be converted to product. Depending upon this, the reactions are classified three types. What are these? First is instantaneous reactions. Second is slow reactions. Third is moderate reactions. Three things. One is instantaneous reaction, second is slow reactions, third is moderate reaction. We will discuss what is instantaneous reaction, what is slow reaction, and what is moderate reaction. So first start instantaneous reaction. First let us start what is instantaneous reaction. These are the reactions. These are the reactions which completed at once or all of a sudden. So these are the reactions which are completed all of a sudden, which are completed at once or all of a sudden. So what is this? The reaction is completed all of a sudden. You will observe, suppose you will look at your eye, with the drops of eye, this reaction is completed. That is called instantaneous reaction. Actually, this is taken 10 to the power minus 14 second. 10 to the power minus 14 second, the reaction is completed. So look at it, how much less fraction of time it is needed to complete the instantaneous reaction. That 10 to the power minus 14 second, very little amount, with a drops of eye, with the little drops of eye, the reactions are completed. So what is the example? The example is, the examples of these reactions is, what is this? Acid react with base, idle of base. This is acid to give salt plus water. Salt plus water. This is salt, this is water. So acid react with base to give salt plus water, that is called instantaneous reaction. Examples of instantaneous reaction: acid react with base to give salt and water. Chalti to? So acid react with base to give salt plus water, that is called acid. NaCl, another example is NaCl aqueous plus AgNO3 aqueous gives AgCl solid plus NaNO3. AgCl, this symbol represents the precipitation. This is also a salt. AgCl, silver chloride, is precipitated. So NaCl react with sodium chloride react with silver nitrate to give AgCl, silver chloride, and NaNO3. This is also example of instantaneous reaction. So this is the example of what is instantaneous reaction. These are the reactions which are completed all of a sudden or at once, that taken very few times, or we can say that 10 to the power minus 14 second. 10 to the power minus 14 second, it is completed all of a sudden. So acid react with base to give salt and water. NaCl plus AgNO3, AgCl plus NaNO3. Next is slow reactions. Slow reactions. These are the reactions which takes a long time to complete. These are the reactions which takes a long time to complete. Look at slow reaction. Take it the example of rusting of iron. As if you keep a iron rod at this inside this room, that will not rust in a 10 days or 12 days. But if you kept it outside, after 10 days or 12 days, it will become rusting of iron takes place. Because rusting of iron takes place in the presence of moisture. Rusting of iron takes place in the presence of moisture and carbon dioxide. So, rusting of iron takes place in the presence of moisture and carbon dioxide. One example is rusting of iron. Second is carbon plus oxygen in room temperature that gives carbon dioxide. Rusting of iron, carbon plus oxygen in presence of room temperature that gives carbon dioxide. Another example, nitrogen fixation. Nitrogen fixation, these are the examples of slow reaction. This takes a long time to complete. So what is slow reaction? These are the reactions which takes a long time to complete, and it will generally take place 10 to 15 days, not less than this. This reaction at least takes place 10 to 15 days minimum. So rusting of iron, it will not take place in 2 days or 3 days. It minimum takes place 10 days or within 10 to 15 days. Carbon plus oxygen at room temperature, that is not converted in a very short span of time. Nitrogen fixation, this takes long time to complete. So this is called slow reaction. Next is moderate reactions. Moderate reactions, these are the reactions which takes place neither very slowly nor very fastly. That is, it proceeds at a proceeds at a measurable rate. Measurable rate. So these are the reactions which takes place neither very slowly nor very fastly. That is, it proceeds at a measurable rate. We can measure this rate of this reaction. We can measure this rate of the reaction. So that is how much time it can require. We can measure this. Generally, it takes 1 day or 1 hour or 2 hours, 3 hours, like that. So what is the example? These are the reactions which takes place neither very slowly nor very fastly. That is, it proceeds at a measurable rate. Within a day or within, we can take it 3 hours or 4 hours or 5 hours. We can do this reaction generally in laboratory. Laboratory we can conduct. You are also doing practicals in the laboratory. In laboratory, what reaction we are conducting, that is moderate reaction. Most of the moderate reactions are conducting in the laboratory. So this is moderate reaction. Example is ester plus water that gives acetic acid plus alcohol. Ester plus water that gives acetic acid plus ethyl alcohol. Another ethanoic acid, IPACNAM, ethanol. Ethanoic acid and ethanol. Ethanoic acid and ethanol. So this is all about instantaneous reaction, slow reaction and moderate reaction. We have completed three things. One is instantaneous, second is slow, third is moderate. Next we will proceed what is rate of reaction. Rate of reaction, limit of reaction, only consider rate. Rate means speed or velocity. Simple rate means speed or velocity. So we will consider the speed of the reaction or velocity of the reaction. How can we measure it? What are the factors which affecting the rate of this reaction? We will discuss each one. So simple rate of reaction, limit of reaction, only consider rate. If you only consider rate, rate means speed or velocity. As you know that, what is the definition of velocity? Velocity equal to displacement by time. Already you have read in physics classes, velocity equal to displacement by time. So we will consider rate of reaction or speed of reaction, that is velocity of reaction. Velocity is displacement by time. So what is rate of reaction? The definition says that the quantity of a reactant species consumed or the quantity of a product species formed per unit time is called the rate of reaction. So the quantity of a reactant species, definition, the quantity of a reactant species consumed or the quantity of a product species formed per unit time is called rate of the reaction. Is called, look at the quantity of a reactant species consumed or the quantity of a product species formed per unit time is called rate of reaction. Let us take one example how this rate of the reaction we will measure it. What is the rate of reaction? We will discuss quantity of a reactant species consumed. How much quantity of a reactant species consumed or how much quantity of a product species formed per unit time is called the rate of that reaction. Let us discuss this. Taking examples, let us discuss this. Taking this example, we will take this example, that is, consider a reaction let A gives rise to product. Look at A is the reactant, product we will suppose take it instead of product we will take it B. So what is A? A is the reactant, A is the reactant, B is the product. A is the reactant, B is the product. So according to the definition, what is the definition said? The quantity of a reactant species consumed, how much quantity of the reactant species consumed or how much the quantity of a product species formed, that is called rate of that reactant. Quantity of a reactant species consumed or the quantity of a product species formed per unit time is called rate of that reactant. Look at, suppose initially when time t equal to 0, initially when time t equal to 0, suppose A is 20 moles per liter, product is at that time 0. Look at very important thing, listen. So when time t equal to 0, when time t equal to 0, when time t equal to 0, initially how much reactant? A is 20 moles per liter, product B is 0. At that time no reactant decomposed to give the product. So when, very important thing, look at this is reactant, this is product. Reactant is A, product is B. Initially when time t equal to 0, when time t equal to 0, A, how much moles A present? 20 moles per liter. How much moles initially? 20 moles per liter. At that time, no reactant A decomposed to give product B. So what is the amount of product? 0. That is very important. Product, how much amount? Product is 0. Reactant is 20 moles per liter. Suppose after 5 minutes, T is 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, suppose 3 moles per liter product is formed. 3 moles per liter product is formed. So what is the remaining concentration of A? That is 17 moles per liter. So after suppose 10 minutes, it is 7 moles per liter. So what is the remaining concentration? That is 13 moles per liter. Suppose after 20 minutes, that is 9 moles per liter. That is how much? 11 moles per liter. So what we observe from this, as the time increases, that time increases, as the time increases, the reactant concentrations decreases. Reactant concentration gradually decreases, whereas the product concentration gradually increases with the passage of time. So what we observe? Two things we observe. A is reactant, B is product. Initially, when the concentration of reactant, when time t equal to 0, the concentration of reactant is 20 moles per liter. At that time, no reactant decomposed to give the product. So product is how much? 0. So after some time, suppose let it 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, 3 moles per liter product is formed. So what is the remaining concentration of A? That is 17 moles per liter. So after 10 minutes, 7 moles per liter product is formed. So at that time, what is the reactant concentration? 20 minus 7. So that is 13 moles per liter. So after 20 minutes, 9 moles per liter product is formed. So what is the remaining concentration of reactant? 11 moles per liter. So what we observe, when time increases or with the passage of time, the reactant concentration gradually decreases, while the product concentration gradually increases. Two things we observe: with the passage of time, the reactant concentration gradually decreases and product concentration gradually increases. As I am not given in the notes what I have given, like take it, I am giving you the examples. This is the examples, but I am giving you how we are taking. Suppose initially when time t equal to initially when t equal to 0, the concentration A moles per liter, product is 0. So after time t, when t equal to t, this is X is formed, this is look at A is the initial concentration. When time t equal to 0, no product is formed. So B, what is the amount of B product formed? That is 0. So after some time t equal to t, we can put it 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, like that. So what is the amount of B product? That is X. So what is the remaining concentration of A minus X moles per liter? This is X moles per liter. So what is X? X is the amount of the product formed after some time. So what is X? X is the concentration of products formed after some time. X is the concentration of the product formed after some time. Let us draw a figure, graphical representation, that is graphical representation. We will plot a graph, concentration versus time. Here concentration increases, here time increases. So what will happen? With the passage of time, look at, here time increases, here concentration increases. So with the passage of time, the reactant concentration gradually decreases, whereas the product concentration, this is products, this is reactants. So what we observe from this graph? Concentration increases, time increases. So in this axis concentration increases, in this axis time increases. So with the passage of time, what happens? The reactant concentration gradually decreases, whereas the product concentration gradually increases. Reactant is, we have taken, reactant is how much? A, product is taken B. So with the passage of time, the reactant concentration gradually decreases, product concentration gradually increases. With the passage of time, the reactant concentration gradually decreases, product concentration gradually increases. So this is the graph between concentration versus time. So here time increases, here time increases, here concentration increases. So with the passage of time, the reactant concentration gradually decreases, whereas the product concentration gradually increases. Next. Next is rate of reaction equal to minus del A by del T, which is equal to plus del B by del T. Del A by del T, del B by del T. and del T equal to T2 minus T1. T2 minus T1 A2 minus A1. Look at here A2 and del B equal to B2 minus B1. Look at what is rate of reaction? Rate of reaction equal to change in concentration by change in time. Del A, change in concentration. Del A, A2 minus A1. What is A2 minus A1? Initial concentration minus final concentration, or final concentration minus initial concentration. Here final concentration minus initial concentration. T2 final time minus initial time. Let us take an example. Suppose you are moving from this college Sai Bundavan to you are taking, suppose this is your college and this is your suppose bus stand. So from college to bus stand, suppose let this is 2 kilometers. Let this is 2 kilometers and you are taking time 15 minutes or 15 minutes. So what is the velocity? What is the velocity of your movement from college to bus stand? That is 2 by 15. Velocity is distance displacement by time. So this is from college to bus stand. It displacement distance is 2 kilometers. Time is 15 minutes. So distance by time, that will give the velocity of this reaction. Similarly, here the change in concentration by change in time. So rate of reaction equal to change in, suppose reaction started here, reaction ends here. Reaction start, reaction starts, reaction ends. Reaction starts here, reaction ends here. So this is the displacement. This is the displacement time, that is, suppose this is 2 kilometers. Suppose initially the concentration is 20 moles per liter. It is after suppose 5 minutes, this is 10 moles per liter. So what is the rate of reaction? Rate of reaction equal to 10 moles per liter divided by 5 minutes. So that will be 2 mole liter inverse minute inverse. So that is the rate of reaction. Rate of reaction is 2 mole liter inverse minute inverse. This is the rate of this reaction. Suppose here reaction starts here at the starting point. Suppose this is A1, this is A2. So here we are considering, look at A2 minus A1. A2 is how much? 10 moles. A1 is how much? 20. But here we are not taking the negative side. Here we are overall considering it. That is del A equal to, look at this negative side. Why this is negative is given? Because if you consider this reaction, actually that will be 10. If you consider the reactant side. But if you consider the product side, there should be plus. So what is the difference between reactant and product? What is the negative sign and positive sign? Negative sign indicates that the molar concentration of the reactant gradually decreases with the passage of time. Positive sign indicates that the molar concentration of the product gradually increases with respect to time. So negative sign, this is very important point. Negative sign indicates that the molar concentration of the reactant gradually decreases with respect to time. Positive sign indicates that the molar concentration of the product gradually increases with respect to time. Next. Next, mathematical expression for the rate of reaction. Mathematical expression for the rate of reaction. So what is the mathematical expression for the rate of reaction? Consider a hypothetical reaction. Let us consider hypothetical reaction. Let us consider hypothetical. Hypothetical means we are assuming a reaction. There is no reaction like that. Suppose A, B gives rise to C, D. There is no reaction like that. This is a hypothetical reaction. What is A, capital A and capital B, capital C and capital D. Capital A and capital B are the reactants, capital C, capital D are the products. What is small a, small b, small c, small d are the coefficients of the reactants and product that represents the number of moles. What is small a, small b? Small a and small b are the coefficient of the reactant capital A and capital B. Small c and small d are the coefficients of the product capital C and capital D. So what is the coefficient represent? Coefficient represents the number of moles. Coefficient represents the number of moles of the reactants. Small a and small b represent the coefficient of the reactants capital A and capital B. That represents the number of moles of the reactant. Small c and small d are the coefficients of the product. That represents the number of moles of the product. So how can we write, what is the mathematical expression for the rate of reaction? Rate of reaction equal to, you can write this pattern, minus 1 by A dA by dt minus 1 by B dB by dt, which is equal to plus 1 by C dC by dt plus 1 by D dD by dt. Look at this. So rate of reaction equal to minus 1 by A dA by dt minus 1 by B dB by dt plus 1 by C dC by dt plus 1 by D dD by dt. What does that represents? The negative sign indicates that the molar concentration of the reactant decreases. Here also look at minus 1 by A minus 1 by B. A and B are the reactant, molar concentration gradually decreases. Where positive sign indicates that the molar concentration of the product gradually increases. Positive sign indicates that the molar concentration of the product increases. So this is the expression is 1 by A minus 1 by A minus 1 of the minus 1 by B. So what does that represent? Rate of reaction. Rate of reaction is to be expressed in terms of decrease in concentration of the reactants, decrease in concentration of the reactant per mole. 1 by A, that represents per mole. Negative sign indicates that rate of reaction is to be expressed in terms of decrease in concentration of the reactant per mole. Positive sign indicates that rate of reaction increases per mole. 1 by C or 1 by D represents rate of reaction is to be expressed in terms of decrease in concentration of the reactant per mole or decrease in concentration of the reactant per mole, increase in concentration of product per mole. So what is the positive sign? This positive sign, this is positive sign, this is negative, negative. Negative sign indicate that the reaction rate of reaction is to be expressed in terms of decrease in concentration of the reactant per mole or increase in concentration of the product per mole. Rate of reaction is to be expressed in terms of decrease in concentration of the reactant per mole or increase in concentration of product per mole. So what is the coefficient A, B, C, D? The small a, coefficient A, B, C and D are the coefficients of the small a, small b, small c, small d are the coefficients of the reactants and products, that is the number of moles. So look at small a, small b, small c, small d represents small a, small b, small c, small d represents the coefficients of the reactant. Small a and small b represent the coefficient of the reactant A and B. Small c and small d represent the coefficient of the product capital C and capital D. So what does this small a, small b actually represent? Actually that represents the number of moles. Moles of the small a and small b represent the number of moles of the reactants A and B. Small c and small d represent the number of moles of the product capital C and capital D. Next is units of rate of reaction. Units of rate of reaction. As we have discussed, rate of reaction is change in concentration by time. So what is the rate of units of rate of reaction? Units of rate of reaction is mole liter inverse second inverse. Mole liter inverse second inverse. Actually, this is in terms of concentration. So units of rate of reaction is mole liter inverse second inverse. Why this is mole liter inverse second inverse? Because rate of reaction equal to change in concentration by change in time. So change in concentration moles per liter, time in second. So what is the overall unit? Mole liter inverse second inverse. Mole liter inverse second inverse, that is the unit of rate of reaction. But in case of say units of rate of reaction in terms of gaseous reaction, in terms of gaseous reaction, units of rate of reaction is ATM second inverse. In terms of gaseous reaction, units of rate of gaseous reaction, units of rate of reaction is ATM dot second inverse. This is all about rate of reaction. Next, we will discuss average rate. Next, we will discuss what is average rate. Look at your notes already given. Average rate or average rate. So what is average rate? It is defined as the rate of change of concentration per unit time. That is change in concentration divided by change in time. So we can say that R average. So definition, it is defined as the rate of change of concentration per unit time. Average rate defined as, it is defined as the rate of change of concentration per unit time. So we can take R average equal to change in concentration divided by change in time. R average is equal to change in concentration divided by change in time. So this is average rate. Look at here, two things we will consider. Average rate definition, it suggests that it is defined as the rate of change of concentration per unit time. So we are taking R average equal to change in concentration divided by change in time. So already we have taken how this is change in concentration with respect to in terms of reactants and in terms of product. We will discuss two things. So we will consider how the rate of change of concentration takes place in terms of reactant and in terms of product. Look at this. In terms of reactant. Look at this graphically. This is concentration. This is time axis. So look at suppose this is a point. Look at here, concentration with the passage of time, the concentration decreases. With the passage of here, the concentration gradually decreases. With the passage of time, the concentration decreases. X1 initial concentration, X2 final concentration. So between X1 and X2, which is greater? X1 greater than X2. X1 greater than X2. Because reaction started here, gradually the reactant concentration, we are considering in terms of reactant. Gradually the reactant concentration decreases, whereas product concentration, reactant concentration decreases. X1 is the initial concentration, X2 is the final concentration. Between X1 and X2, which is greater? X1 is greater than X2. So as we know that R average equal to minus del A by del T. Look at del A equal to, we know that A2 minus A1, so minus X2 minus X1 by X2 minus X1 by T2 minus T1. Minus del A by del T equal to minus X2 minus X1 by T2 minus T1. Look at between X1 and X2, which is bigger? X1 is greater than X2. So X1 is greater than X2. So that will be negative term, negative into negative. So overall this term will be positive. So we are considering this in terms of reactant. Look at this in terms of reactant. We are considering this. Here concentration gradually decreases. Time increases from this side. Concentration gradually decreases. From this side, the concentration gradually decreases. So between X1 and X2, X1 is greater than X2. X1 is greater than X2. T1 and T2 is greater than T1, because here from the 0 we are 0, from this time 0 we are starting this. From time 0 we are starting this. So T1, between T1 and T2, T2 is greater than T1. Between X1 and X2, X1 is greater than X2. Why X1 is greater than X2? Because reaction initially started from this. So here initial concentration, it is final concentration. So X1 in terms of reactant, as we have already read in rate of reaction, in the rate of reaction decreases in case of reactant side, and in case of product side rate of reaction increases. So X1 is greater than X2. X1 is greater than X2. So here R average is positive term. Here R average is positive term. Next, in terms of products. Next we will discuss in terms of product. Take it the graphical term. Here concentration, here concentration, here time. Look at X1, X2, T1, T2. Tell me which will be the, in case of this, here concentration increases. Here concentration gradually increases, here time increases. This side time increases, this side concentration increases. So between X1 and X2, tell me which will be greater. Between X1 and X2, this is we are considering in terms of product. So which will be greater between X1 and X2? X2 greater than X1. X2 greater than X1. So here in terms of product, X2 greater than X1, but in terms of reactant, X1 greater than X2. This is the difference. So in terms of reactant, X1 greater than X2. In terms of product, X2 greater than X1. So how can you calculate the R average? R average equal to del B by del T. Del B by del T, that will be, look at, this is positive, this is X2 minus X1 by T2 minus T1. So overall this term will be positive. Overall this term will be positive. So R average equal to positive. So notes. Next point. Key notes. Overall the rate of reactions is always positive. Overall the rate of reaction is always positive, whether you take it in terms of reactant or whether you take it in terms of product. Overall the rate of reaction is always positive terms. This is all about the rate of reaction, that is average rate of reaction. Next we will discuss instantaneous rate of reaction. Next we will discuss instantaneous rate of reaction. Instantaneous rate of instantaneous rate of reaction are instant. Instantaneous rate of reaction, it is defined as the rate of reaction when any one of the, it is defined as the rate of change of concentration of any one of the reactant or product species at a particular instant of time. So what is the definition of instantaneous rate of reaction? It is defined as the rate of change of concentration of any one of the product or the reactant species at a particular instant of time. That is, all of it. Suppose you are moving from this college to Boston at the junction at the rail junction point. When you are crossing this rail junction railway bridge or railway platform, what is your speed, or that at what speed you are moving? That is the junction. You have to calculate the rate of this reaction at a particular instant of time or a particular point of time. We have to calculate the rate of instantaneous rate of reaction at a particular point of time. So it is called instantaneous reaction. Instantaneous means all of a sudden. As you have already discussed instantaneous reaction. Similarly, instantaneous rate of reaction, there is very small change in concentration by very small change in concentration divided by very small change in time. That represents the instantaneous rate of reaction. So we can say that, suppose instantaneous, what is the definition of this reaction? It is defined as the rate of change of concentration of any one of the reactants or product at a particular instant of time. So definition, it is defined as the rate of change of concentration of any one of the reactants or the product at a particular instant of time. So R instant taken, R instant, take it limit del x by del t, del t tends to 0. Del t tends to 0, limit del t tends to 0, that will become dx by dt. So what is dx by dt? Dx by dt, infinite small change in concentration, infinite small change in time. So what do you mean by infinite small? Infinite small is very small. Infinite small is very small. Very small change in concentration divided by very small change in time. That represents instantaneous reaction. So what is instantaneous reaction? It is defined as the rate of change of concentration of any one of the reactants or product species at a particular instant of time. R instant equal to limit del x by del t, that represents average rate. Del x by del t, that represents average rate when del t tends to 0. But del t not equal to 0. But del t tends to 0, that is del t approaches to 0, this average rate will become instantaneous rate dx by dt. Dx is very small change in concentration, that is infinitesimal change in concentration by infinitesimal change in time, that is very small change in time. So that is called instantaneous reaction. That is called instantaneous reaction. Next. Another key points for mathematical expression. For mathematical expression. For mathematical expression. Look at as you have written the rate of reaction minus 1 by A dA by dt minus 1 by B dB by dt 1 by C dC by dt dt. Rate of reaction already we have discussed. This is the mathematical formula to write the rate of reaction. One trick I am giving you. Rate of, suppose we will consider the rate of disappearance or decomposition of A equal to minus dA by dt. So when you are considering that of disappearance or decomposition of A only, at that time you will not write to the coefficient. This coefficient term will not be needed. Similarly, rate of disappearance or decomposition of B equal to minus dB by dt. Similarly, rate of formation or appearance of C equal to plus dC by dt. Rate of formation or appearance of D equal to dt. Look at where you are considering the disappearance or decomposition of A, you will only write the minus dA by dt. The coefficient term will not 1 by A, that is not written. Rate of disappearance or decomposition of B minus dB by dt. Rate of formation or appearance of C plus dC by dt. Rate of formation or appearance of D plus dd by dt. Plus dd by dt. Basing upon this, we will solve this problem. Basing upon this, we will solve this problem. Let us take one examples of this problem. Let us take one examples of this problem. So write down the question. Calculate the rate of disappearance of A. Look at, calculate the rate of disappearance of A in the following reaction. Calculate the rate of disappearance of A in the following reactions, that is 2A plus B gives rise to C. 3C. 2A plus B gives rise to 3C. Look at question. What is the question is given? Calculate the rate of disappearance of A in the following reaction. 2A plus B gives rise to 3C. Another, given that the rate of appearance given that the rate of appearance of C at time t is 1.3 into 10 to the power minus 4 mole liter inverse second inverse. Given that the rate of appearance of C at time t is 1.3 into 10 to the power minus 4 mole liter inverse second inverse. Look at this question. Calculate the rate of disappearance of A. Rate of disappearance of A in the following reaction 2A plus B gives rise to 3C. Given that the rate of appearance of C at the time t is 1.3 into 10 to the power minus 4 mole liter inverse second inverse. Whenever this type of question is given, first what we have to do? First, you have to write the rate of reaction. You have to write the rate of reaction. As you know, rate of reaction, the formula is minus 1 by 2 dA by dt minus dB by dt plus 1 by C rate of reaction equal to minus 1 by 8 dA by dt minus dB by dt plus 1 by 3 dC by dt. So look at, in this type of question, first you will write the rate of reaction for any reaction, whatever the question is given. Minus 1 by 2, coefficient is 2, minus 1 by 2 dA by dt, minus 1 by 1, so dB by dt, this is coefficient 3, plus 1 by 3 dC by dt. So given, calculate the rate of disappearance of A. Question is given, calculate the rate of disappearance of A. Whenever this type of question is given, you will first write the rate of reaction, then what you have to do? You have to tick mark, calculate the rate of disappearance of A. You have to tick it. Next, given that the rate of appearance of C, next tick it. You will tick mark this side, calculate the rate of disappearance of A and rate of appearance of C. You will tick to this, whatever is given and whatever he asked, that two part you have to take it. Then what you have to do? You have to write minus half dA by dt, which is equal to so look at, calculate the rate of appearance of C. We have to calculate what? Rate of appearance of C. And given that the rate of appearance of C is given, we have to calculate the rate of disappearance of A. Rate of disappearance of A is how much? Rate of disappearance of A equal to minus dA by dt, which is equal to 2 by 3 into dC by dt. This is, so rate of disappearance of A minus dA by dt. This is rate of disappearance of A. 2 by 3, this is 2 is multiplied here, 2 by 3 into dC by dt, that is positive term. This is positive term. Positive is not needed to write, so dC by dt. Next, put this value. Next, put this value. So we have to put this value 2 by 3 into dc by dt. Given question how was 1.3 into 10 to the power minus 4. You will calculate this value, that will come 8.66 into 10 to the power 8.66 into 10 to the power minus 5. 8.66 into 10 to the power minus 5 mole liter inverse second inverse. 8.6 into 10 to the minus 5 mole liter inverse second inverse. That is the rate of disappearance of A. This is the answer, rate of disappearance of A. So whenever this type of question is given, always you should write first the rate of reaction, then tick mark what is the rate of disappearance and what is the rate of appearance. Then equate these two terms, then calculate the what is asked. Clear? Thank you.